You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got a comings and goings update for you with some exciting stuff. We've got Andrew Donovan back and a huge blast from John Black's past that the actor Drake Hogestyn confirmed kicks off right at Christmas and then really picks up steam in the new year. It looks like Salem is going to be wild for the holidays. Let's dig into the casting news, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Let's get started. First and foremost, Andrew Donovan is back for the holidays, but he is not in town to unwrap gifts, and I actually don't think he's going to stay until Christmas. Nope, he shows up to confront his wayward sister, the truly terrible Teresa Donovan, who is always up to no good. This week, she is in more trouble because Konstantin is getting pushier and making new demands, and he wants more from Teresa than she wants to give, which, she wants to give him zero, and he keeps pushing and threatening. Unfortunately, I have no comings and goings news about Konstantin leaving. This villain is staying put in Salem for quite a while yet. I do like John Kapelos, but I really don't like Konstantin, and I know a lot of you guys feel that way. Maggie Horton even brings this guy to the ornament hanging at Julie Williams' house. So yeah, if you were hoping for me to give you an update that he's gone, he is not. All right, back to Andrew. Here's why Andrew Donovan is back. He is in town to confront Teresa Donovan about her kidnapping baby Victoria Horton Kiriakis. Steve Johnson sent over some photos to Andrew and Teresa's dad, ISA Chief Shane Donovan, to see if he could clear up the pictures because they're so grainy, because Patch is right on the money when he suspects that Konstantin had a co-conspirator and he's the one who set up the kidnapping. So Andrew, crack agent that he is, was able to get those photos into focus and was stunned to see his sister in a hoodie stealing a baby and then handing it back to Konstantin. So when Andrew confronts her, of course, Teresa starts weaving another web of lies. She tells him, oh yeah, I took the baby, but only for a few minutes, but it was for a really good reason. Oh, okay. Tell me, Teresa, what's a good reason to steal a baby? And she's going to tell him, well, Maggie Horton is so lonely. She's grieving the loss of her husband, Victor Kiriakis. And Teresa says she's playing matchmaker with Maggie and Konstantin Meleounis because she hates seeing Maggie so lonely. And just, Teresa slings so much BS that she actually convinces Andrew Donovan to keep quiet and tell Shane and Patch that he wasn't able to make anything more of those grainy photos. Believe it or not, Andrew agrees to keep her secret, so he totally buys it. Expect to see Colton Little in and out after confronting his twisted sister, Teresa. In other big news, we're getting closer to the reveal of the Gabby Hernandez recast. It seems almost certain she's coming, given that Gabby is a hot topic of conversation in the week ahead. Gabby is attacked in prison, and Stefan DiMera is frantic about it. He's going to tell Ava that they really need to get on the stick and kill Clyde Weston before things get worse for his wife. And also, if Clyde has Gabby attacked, that means that Tripp might be in trouble too. So maybe we're going to get recast Gabby in early 2024. We'll just have to wait and see, but I feel strongly that she is coming. Also, we know that Judith Chapman is coming back, and it seems 100% likely since the only character of hers that's alive is Diana Colville, unless they're going to do some kind of wonky flashback of her as Angelica, with Victor. But since they don't have John Aniston to do those scenes, I don't even know. So Judith Chapman is filming currently, and that means we should see her in 5 or 6 months. So I wonder if she might tie into some of John Black's upcoming storyline. Because remember, she lied to John and told him that her son Leo was his son, and then she wound up arrested. Leo was really mad at her and said that John and Marlena will be his new family. And then Diana said that she rigged the paternity test and invited them to take another. And I don't think they ever did. So maybe Diana is back to reveal the truth. Maybe Leo really is John's kid. I don't know. And that takes us to our last point, and it is about the return of the Pawn. They are dredging up a very old storyline. When John Black first came to town him. He was wrapped up like a mummy, and he was the pawn. He was a trained assassin with this dodgy background, and it's very interesting. So I don't know how deep they're going to go into it. But Drake Hogestyn did an interview on the Daytime Emmys red carpet and said that the pawn storyline kicks off around Christmas. And then he said it really kicks into high gear in January and February in a big way, calling it Don't Miss TV, encouraging people not to fast forward. Hogestyn also revealed that the pawn's return storyline gave him the chance to work with Suzanne Rogers for the first time. Of course, she plays Maggie Horton Kiriakis, and apparently Suzanne and Drake, after all these years of working on the same soap, really haven't had a storyline together. So we do know that Victor had a hand in the stuff going on with the pawn back in the day because he ended up in control of the pawn at one point. So we'll see. And of course, they're hamstrung to some extent that they can't do any new scenes with Victor, with John Aniston being passed on for more than a year now. So I don't know. I do suspect we're going to have a lot more comings and goings to report related to this pawn storyline and things happening around this plot. There are also some rumors that Jessica Serfati will exit once Sloane Peterson's baby stealing ways are exposed. I know a lot of you say that she should go and that it's hard to imagine that Sloane could stay in Salem after this. I would say, yeah, it's hard to imagine a baby stealer could stay around in town, but to be fair, Nicole Walker is still around, and she stole Sammy Brady's baby Sydney right after Sammy gave birth to her and EJ's daughter, because that was one of the times that Nicole had lost a baby with EJ. So, you know, never say never, although a lot of fans are really hoping to see Sloane gone. I'm kind of enjoying her. It's an interesting storyline. I did a standalone video where I talked about that I think that EJ is going to realize that that is not his baby and keep the secret. And I've seen some people on soap social media still doubting it because they're of the mindset that EJ is the only one that can get Nicole pregnant, stuff like that. But the very first DNA test on the baby, Sloane read the results out loud before she tampered with the test, and it said that Eric definitely is that baby's father. And then the second test results really don't matter because they're just a repeat of the first one. So I just don't have any doubt that it's Eric's baby and that EJ might try and keep it, because that would be a very EJ thing to do. All right, that is all we have for comings and goings. I'm excited to see what's ahead this week in Salem. If you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Definitely drop your comments on what you're excited to see. Can you believe that Teresa's going to get away with this lie that Andrew is going to buy this hook, line, and sinker and walk away and not spill the beans? It seems insane to me. Come back soon, because we're here talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week. And as always, this has been Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.